A ping wakes me up during the night. What? I groggily read the name on the incoming call. It's Roy. Suddenly awake, I tap on the bracelet to accept the call. Good night, Tears. Sorry for the late hour. No worries. Go ahead. Anything you need from me? Well, yes, in fact. Akira and I think it would be better if you also gave an official communication online before the Conclave has the chance to counterattack or think of a way out of this. If you want him to get involved of offering a joint solution, we must have the public opinion united on this. What can I do to help? My team members are too involved in suspicious activities to appear in public. Whereas you're a brilliant member of a university research team, working in the infrastructure of Alaya itself. You seem to forget a certain incident with a security guard. We will take responsibility for that. Your name doesn't need to get linked to it. But, no buts, we need your face and your name, so they must be clean. We record a public message and spread it online some hours after the news about the Alliance are leaked everywhere. But before the Conclave has the time to meet and decide on an action, so get your ass out of bed and come to the address I'll give you. Akira is preparing your little speech right now. It doesn't seem like I have a say in this. Okay, send me the address. I'll get there as soon as possible. Covering the death of the security guard doesn't sit well in my stomach. Accident or not, it was my fault, so I should be the one taking responsibility. On the other hand, I don't want to go to jail, not to mention that would probably leave me out of the Alliance project. Damn, what to do? What to do? Right now, thought of my course of action is jumping out of bed, getting dressed and running to Akira's house to record that message. The next morning, of course, the news is everywhere. Beale and I head to our lab. It's the first time Beale walks openly since his kidnapping, and I can tell how relieved he is. He was feeling like a caged tiger, shut in my tiny apartment the whole day. Our lab mates barely pay us attention since they are too busy commenting about the bombshell. Tears, Beale, have you heard the leak news? I checked the time. My recording is about to be released. You should check the news information. What? Is there more? He runs to his desk and furiously types something on his computer. Once the video starts, some other members of our team, not only from this lab but also from the neighbor one, crowded around him and watched the recording together, speechless. In it, I make a summary about the leaked information and the current situation about Alaya, its inhabitants and the plans of the Conclave for them. With Akira's help at writing the speech, I managed to leave the Conclave's role in all this pretty open to interpretation. Mark's name gets involved, of course, but the part of his other teams is left vague and no names is given. My face vanished from the screen, showing instead some of the documents from Mark's screen memory card. All his plans and investigations. The shot changes again to me, and this is the most important part, the one we really need to go through to the public opinion. I assured everybody watching the video that we are able to come up with a solution. We, the researchers, can follow Mark's lead and find a good compromise to go ahead with the terraforming of Alliance by respecting the lives and environment of the natives of the planet. I nibble my lower lip stressed. Are they buying it? Akira helped me to write a speech in a way that would convey our enthusiasm and diligence in the project, but it's impossible to be 100% sure. What do you think? The two of us study our lab mates' reaction. They go from speechless to angry, then to worried. When the video finally finished, 10 pairs of eyes turned slowly to look at Beale and me. Is it true, Tears? You've been behind all this from the start? Only from some month ago. I didn't know a thing when I started in the team. They all started to talk at the same time, asking me 100 of questions. I glanced in Beale's direction, overwhelmed. That's enough, guys. Tears can't answer most of these questions right now. Give us some time, okay? Anyway, we must wait until the Conclave decides on what to do now. Our hands are tied until then. Will Mark be sent to jail? He's done a lot of illegal stuff. I don't want to get involved in any illegal activities. He has put all our careers in danger. But do you understand the problem with the natives of Alaya? Of course we do. I still can't believe the Conclave kept this news under wraps. So Mark, in fact, did the right thing trying to save them. I'm not convinced yet. All of this is so confusing. I agree. Then only thing I want is going to Alaya, damn it. I think that's the one thing we all agree, Ren. John, Alex, and the rest of our lab mates slowly start to go back to their own lab. Still in a daze, and finally the only remaining people are Quim, Zoe, Ren, Beale, and I. They shared a series of long, meaningful glances. What now? I barely slept last night. I'm so tired. All I want right now is going back home and taking a long nap.
Beale, I think I'm speaking for the three of us.
Soft nods from Zoe and more energetic ones from
We
Ren.
want to apologize for how we've treated you two during this school year. I think we were kind of jealous because you got special treatment, as if Mark and you two were a separate lab team above us. And just because you were having sex with the boss.
But we were wrong! You two have been working hard on our project, on your own academic grades. And, on top of that, working with Mark on finding another location for the city? I can't even imagine the amount of time, tests, and calculations you must have gone through.
Yes, no wonder you were here all the time.
I'm really sorry, Ters. You were always a great colleague and a friend. And I judged you without knowing all the truth.
And they don't know how about implication in Roy's team. Well, thank God I'd rather keep them in the dark about that extra work.
It's all good. I guess that's how it looked from the outside, right?
B frowns and squeezes his own arms tense.
But Beale really deserves a proper apology. He's the most hardworking and brilliant member of the team. And he's felt lonely and left behind this whole year.
You didn't need to say that.
To our surprise, Zoe runs to B's side and hugs him.
Hey!
I'm so sorry. I hope you can forgive us.
I apologize too to the two of you. I hope we can get along again from now on.
Me too. If everything turns out fine, we'll be working in Alaya together for years. And there won't be much people there apart from us. So we better get along.
True. Imagine if we were all alone there. What, 50 people as much?
And half of them don't speak to the other half.
That won't happen. We'll make our best.
I wish they had a way to tell them before that they weren't treated differently, because Bill and I were specially due to our personal relationship with Mark, but of course it wasn't possible until now. It feels great knowing that they don't think I'm stepping over them or that I'm just a climber. And they acknowledge that any special treatment I get only thanks to my hard work. I'm glad we are a real team again. Mark doesn't show up in the labs for the whole day. Akira pops in that evening after I finally slept a couple of hours and feel more refreshed. Hi Tears, you look awful, are you okay? Fuck off, you should see yourself. To be honest, Akira doesn't look as if she pulled an all-nighter last night, which she did. I'm cheerless, man. Any news from the conclave yet? Yes, they will give a press conference tomorrow morning, but I already know the contents. I raise an eyebrow, only slightly surprised. How the hell do you know that? Isn't it supposed to be top secret? I don't think I'm going to reveal my sources, right? I guess not. Okay, go ahead. Yes, please. What have they decided? She goes to my computer and opens 5 different tabs, all of them from many main newspapers and news agencies. This is the international situation right now, and it's going exactly as we expected. All the human rights organizations in the world have released statements condemning the conclave's role in the planned examinations of the Alliance. They are asking to stop the terraforming project for good. Oh no, can they do that? They can ask, but I doubt the government will consent to that so easily. Exactly. Think of all the funds they have already spent on the terraforming. The international scientific community thought it's willing to support your team and keep working on Mark's plan to find a better location for the future city in Alaya. The argument, very plausible and strong so far, is that the humankind has the first chance ever to study an alien race and will be able to do it in situ once the city is founded. Is the public opinion going to accept that argument? People are already going wild about it in the forums. Bill and I run our eyes through the screen's pages. The bombshell has clearly exploded on the conclave's faces. Every single online source of information is showing the photographs of the plant-like aliens. The headlines are all sensationalist and worthy of those tabloids that mix fantasy and reality. This time everything is true, thought, and the popular opinion is trying to catch up. The social media are full of disbelieving comments, then angry ones, which incite of blissful enthusiasm. If we judge for the general trend, it'd say that save the aliens and let's meet the aliens are the most popular opinions right now. I turn to face Akira again. Then, what is the conclave going to say tomorrow to all these people? They better face the public opinion soon and be convincing about whatever they decided. I know, this can't get out of control very quickly. I don't know if you'll very happy to hear this, but of course the current transforming plan is being stopped. For good? No. Only while they study Mark's research and find a better location for the future city. And that doesn't compromise the security of the native race and allows us to get to know more about them. That could take years. I don't think so. Mark's investigation was well underway. You have done some research on your own, if I'm not mistaken, Beale. He nods. And I'm sure there were more people working with Mark in other labs. If the research gets the funds and the amount of people and materials it needed, we can settle this in some month. Beale arcs an eyebrow unfazed. You're being too optimistic. A year then. Does that sound better? Yes, hell yes, we can do it in less than a year. See? It's not that bad. But what happens with Mark? Have they decided something about him? She nods, very serious. They need a scapegoat for all this. The public eyes is asking for responsible for high positions being kicked. So they're offering Mark on a silver plate. Exactly. Mark is probably being interrogated to court right now. Beale and I shared a pointed look, so that's why he hasn't appeared to the labs today. He's being removed from the terraforming project and from everything that has to do with Elia. He'll be lucky if he doesn't end up in jail, right? I hope he does, and then experience in his own flesh what it means being shut in a cell against your will. I guess you're right. Let's focus on the positive things. You two will be allowed to use Mark's research to move forward with your team, and to get in contact with the other labs implied in the project spread through the different countries. Yes, that's good news. Reluctantly, Beale sighs and offers us a tiny smile. Alright, let's move on and focus on what is important right now. I pat his shoulder, grinning from ear to ear. To be honest, I still feel a bit bad for Mark. I know he's a manipulative bastard who has used us all, but without him we would be launching a spaceship in a few weeks. A spaceship full of engineers ready to eradicate the alien natives inadvertently. If he hadn't rebelled against the Conclave's decision, we would exterminate the whole alien race. So shouldn't we be a bit respectful to him? But then I look at Beale, at how his gaze hardens at the mention of Mark's name, and remember how he kidnapped poor Beale and how he ruined his reputation in the university. And I remember the dead security guard and how he threatened me with sending the gun with my fingerprints to the police if I left the team. No, this is the right way to act. It's okay if Mark takes the blame for his actions and the Conclave's ones. Tears, thank God you're here. I have some data I don't know what to do with. Alright, don't get your pants in a twist. Give it here. Tears, can you help me when you finish that? Yeah, of course. Give me a moment. She goes back to her desk in a hurry, and Ren and she start discussing about some tasks they're doing together. I sit with Quim and check his road to try find where exactly he got lost. I don't miss the pained look he addressed to Zoe. Quim, everything fine between Zoe and you? Ah yes, of course. But you have to tell her how you feel about her, right? He pulls a face and looks aside. Actually, I did talk with her. Ouch. She rejected him. She told me she didn't know what to do about it. You have been friend-zoned, my friend, but of course I can't tell him that right now. As clear as daylight, he's fallen hard for her. Yes, at least it's not a no. True, that's what I say to myself. But it doesn't help that we are never alone. I follow his gaze to Ren and Zoe. That's true. Ren is always attached to them. I must confess that for me, they are Quinn, Ren, Zoe. Like an inseparable whole. And advise him to give up on Zoe, try to help him. Okay, Zoe said he don't know what to say, so it's not really hopeless. I will try to help Quim. She can also say no to him. When he just now give up, he don't have the chance to get together with her. And when we help him, maybe there's a little bit of hope they can get together, maybe. I tried to help Quim. I like Quim. I feel bad for Quim. He's a good guy after all. It can't be helped if Zoe sees him only as a friend. But she hasn't told him a resounding no either, so maybe there's still a chance for Quim. We've already worked a lot. What about a coffee break? I said it loud enough so Ren and Zoe can hear me. They stopped talking and turned to look at us. Oh, count me in. But we should finish this task first. Then you can stay here to finish it if you want. Alone? What a bore. Wait for me, I'm coming. Things have changed a lot these last months since the day of the public announcement. From that moment on, I've passed from being an anonymous degree student with a somewhat good fame due to my grades, to be something a kind of celebrity. I can see how everybody makes my way when team walks in this cafeteria. They even greet us complete strangers most of the time, and after we pass they're whispering among themselves. Is them right? The ones who kicked Dr. Rosen out and are now running the Aliyah project? It's slightly annoying, but there are good things too. Our teachers have dispensed us from attending class. I only need to hand in a research paper and my degree is done. After all, what I'm doing right now is a research team and way more advanced than what they teach us in class, so it makes sense. My lab mates thought are enduring the pressure, each one coping with it in their own way. Ren seems unfazed, so he seems about to jump under a table to hide, and Quim keeps looking around us with anxiety. As for myself, well, I've always believed firmly on hard work and enthusiasm to be enough to reach every goal in my life. But as the umpteenth person stopped me on my way to our table to ask how the project is going, I put my best self-confident person while innering dying from anxiety myself. At last, I thought that they would never let us go. The price of being regular and the news dude, but the price of being regularly on the news dude, I guess. We better get rested soon. I don't like how insistent they are. Wow, even Ren is nervous. That's some news. Let's change the topics before Sori here has a nervous breakdown. I'm okay. Sure you are. Suddenly, I stand up and pat the table. Drinks are on me today. Come on, lighten up. Tea, Zoe, and a Coke for you, Quim, right? Then not. Ren opens his mouth to ask for his drink, but I grab his forearm before he can articulate a word. You are coming with me, Ren. I need to help carry the drinks. Oh, right. Ren and I walk to the counter and leave Quim and Zoe alone. Is everything alright? He's asking that because I keep glancing to our table. After a short awkward silence, the two of them are now talking excitedly. I smile to myself. Everything's perfect. Do you mind if you sit with my friends for a short while? I think I saw Lila sitting near the window. He follows my glance to Quim and Zoe and then shrugs. Sure, why not? Today's Friday, so the night space is as packed as ever. It didn't take much insist to convince Quim and Zoe to join my friends, and apparently Ren had previous plans of popping by the club.